We are in Magma hideout. 2 trainers before Hell Room. Hell Room being the room that has permanent magma storm where you can't switch out and you take 1/8 of your HP every turn. All right, chat. We have a battle to figure out today. Hopefully it's not too bad. It is a battle against Magma Grunt 11 in the Magma hideout. I was looking at a line and I figured out that it does not work. But yeah, Drampa switches in, and I've realized with Drampa that if Golisopod is in, Golisopod only has physical moves. And because Golisopod only has physical moves and this has Calm Mind, I was looking before stream, it sees it as defensive setup or offensive setup. It only sees it as defensive setup. If I have moves of that type, these moves are treated as offensive setup. It should only be treated as offensive setup because I only have physical moves and it's a special boosting move. So for offensive setup, it starts at +6 and it just is +6. And it's not slower and 2-hit KO'd by my Golisopod, which means it could Calm Mind instead of Hyper Voice. And it does have a Quick Claw, which is annoying. That's the big thing, is like, it has Quick Claw. We could First Impression, but then it could Calm Mind, it could Hyper Voice. I could force a Calm Mind by freezing Golisopod, but then I'm switching to someone and then Quick Claw could activate and we could die. So it's gonna be a little tricky here. Oh, TM? TM13, play rough. Okay. Let me add it to my TMs, HMs that we found. I'm scared. Whenever I go to a battle, I'm scared, but I don't think there's anything that can go wrong here. We've done the calcs. We've done our planning. I think we can send this. It's just we got a weird, funky little team here. Let's go. All right. All right, Team Magma Grunt sent out a Wheezing, which sets up the Misty's Terrain, which apparently prevents status conditions. And that's it, right? I think that's it. Anyways, we have a Life Orb on Bok Choy, and that is so Earth Power will kill this in a single hit. This Wheezing has Explosion, but also it halves the power of Dragon moves. Yeah, okay. Halves the power of Dragon moves as well. But Earth Power should kill because it's a ground move, and this is a Poison Fairy type. Okay. So now, because we have a Life Orb, we go down to 111 HP, which means that Cinderace will see that it kills me with Low Kick. But Cinderace uses its Misty Seed immediately, which powers up its Acrobatics, and now it sees that it kills me with Acrobatics. And it sees me with Low Kick very, very, very rarely. So it's going to use Acrobatics or it's going to use Low Kick because it outspeeds. So we're going to switch in Dumpling, my Steel Electric type, onto this Cinderace. Hopefully it doesn't Low Kick, but it could. It's fine if it does. But we want it to Acrobatics. 31 out of 32 times it will use Acrobatics. 1 out of 32 times it uses Low Kick here. It changed to a fighting type. It got the 1 in 32 for the Low Kick. A little bit of bad luck. Doesn't matter. We hit a Fake Out here. It deals another 12.5%. We planned for this. It's just if something goes wrong, we have a little bit less flexibility. Now it has to use Pyro Ball because Pyro Ball is its only killing move against me, which Kebab can switch into just fine, as it's at 75% HP. So we'll switch into the Fire type. It sends a ball my way. We take way too much damage. And then we are holding Mystic Water, and Flip Turn will kill this Cinderace. It's a Fire type, so this kills quite nicely. That actually just barely killed. There's just barely. And now, because that died, we're going to send in Escargot. Escargot will bait in Drample, which outspeeds and sees a kill with Flamethrower. Can Pyro Ball burn? No, it cannot. So Drampa comes in, it sees to go with Flamethrower, which means it has to use Flamethrower. And that is great because P can switch in on the Flamethrower, survive, and then switch in Garlic for free. There we go. We emergency exit out. And now we will switch in garlic, our beautiful little garlic. And we will use fake out to deal a little bit of chip to make it flinch. And then this outspeeds me, so it has a quick claw, but it doesn't matter. This is going to hit me first, or it's going to use Calm Mind. We don't care either way. We now use Drain Punch. There we go. It hyper voices. They can deal a lot of damage. But we switch to a fighting type now. And we hit it with a Drain Punch. I believe because we are a fighting type, it will now be using Psychic against me. Especially because it has +1 special attack. Could have max roll crit, could have killed. I could have killed the Trampa, it couldn't have killed me. Pyro Ball is a 10% burn chance. I don't think it mattered because we're in misty terrain. I think that's what we determined. We figured it out on the previous day. Anyways, no matter what this Trampa does, I believe it guaranteed to kill me with Psychic now. But I have Sucker Punch, which outspeeds. So even with a Quick Claw, I outspeed with Sucker Punch. So that's fine. Yeah, we looked at all this last stream. It's all fine. Muckalola now comes out. We did all of this so Muckalola comes out last because, of course, it has Explosion. And we will now switch into Escargot, which we use to bait out Trampa because it counters Muckalola quite well. Muckalola is going to be using Gunk Shot right now because it does the most amount of damage, which Escargot takes 0 damage. There's Gunk Shot. We take no damage. Now, the best thing it can do is knock off on my no-item Escavalier. We can't get critical hit, so it's going to knock off. I'm going to Iron Head. It's going to knock off. I'm going to Iron Head until we kill it. Remember when we were upset I got a Escavalier? Escargot, more like Escargot, dude. This guy goes crazy. Alright, and that's a battle done. One battle down today. We have one more battle, and then we're at the Hell Room. This was the calm before the storm, the Magma storm. What's your verdict on Run Bun? I'm glad I did it. I'm enjoying my time, but from a business perspective, it was a bad decision. The only reason why this has gone on as long as it has is purely because of the highlight videos that are being edited. The highlight videos from Ban, B-H-A-N-Y-T. The only reason why I'm able to do this is because Ban is able to pay is able to help me pay the bills with it. Literally, those are carrying the VOD channel. But also, it was despite those who said I couldn't do it. I'm gonna look at the next fight first. Let's see. Runarigus, Bright Powder. God. So sick of this shit. We don't need a lagging tail. We just need to teach fake tears. You get burnt out doing these calcs? Occasionally, really hard sections, they definitely feel burning out. But then there's like a day where we make like a ton of progress. And then it's really motivating if we have a really productive day. And I mean, today's gone pretty quick so far. It's going to slow down very, very soon when we have to start killing Pokemon of our own. But anyways, we do need to reteach Corviknight Fake Tears if it doesn't have it right now. I think we're ready to do another fight. The last fight before Hell Room. All right, I'm a little bit nervous for this fight just because, I don't know, there's a couple of turns that can be dynamic and I have to play around them, but then I also kind of have to go pee. So let's do the fight so I can go to the bathroom. All right, let's go. We join so we can help our leader achieve his fantastic vision. I don't care if you're with Team Aqua or if you're just some kid passing by. No one interfaces with us and gets away with it. Alright, tab in, let's go. It's fight time. The last grunt before hell. Runarigus. This Runarigus is annoying because it has Bright Powder and it has Toxic Spikes and it has Stealth Rocks, which is just so very cool. To get around the Bright Powder, we are going to be using Defog. We move first, unfortunately, so it is just going to get the rocks off. It's going to get its rocks off here. So we Defog here. This is so it counteracts the bright powder. We now have over 100% accuracy. Defog cannot miss, just based on how it works. And to kill this Runerigus in one hit, we need to lower its special defense with another Pokemon. So we fake Tears here. And that lowers its special defense, so we can kill it with another Pokemon. Toxic Spikes go up. And now it's probably going to set up another layer of Toxic Spikes. But I believe we're able to freely switch in my Radish. Because I'm at full health. I haven't gotten hit. I could use Defog, but I don't think I need to. Because Radish can survive Poison and Stealth Rocks. I'm just running it through in my head. I believe I am free to switch. Because even if it uses a critical hit here, might as well Defog again. No, because then we risk getting hit, and we're in a good situation because we haven't gotten hit yet with Licorice. Because Licorice needs to come in later. Stick to the plan. Well, the plan was play dynamically once we get here. South Rock this. That's 1/8. That's 1/8. We take a quarter. We guaranteed survive. Okay. Well, hold on. We switch in. Do we take poison damage the turn you switch in on Toxic Spikes, layer 1? Because if it's first layer, we don't get badly poisoned. So we take 1/8 from Stealth Rocks, and then Stone Edge crit can deal 86%, which brings us down to like 1%, and then we get our Citrus Berry activate. We take toxic damage, which is 1/8, and we take, or poison damage, which is 1/8, and then poison damage, which is 1/8, which means we survive because we were living on 1. Yeah, we're fine. Okay, it's perfectly safe. Radish goes in. I just had to double check that I calculated in my head originally with toxic poison, not regular poison. So regular poison is a little weird. Because yeah, it did Stone Edge here, and if it crits... No crit. We did Guaranteed Survivor crit. We did the math on that. It's only 1.5x in this. But yeah, because of the defog, we don't need to worry about accuracy anymore. And because of the fake tears, Energy Ball kills. And now the only Pokemon to outspeed and kill me in one hit is Ninjask. We're going to take a little bit of Poison Chip. Ninjask is going to come in and it's going to either dual Wing Beat or it's going to Leech Life. Obviously, we hope it Leech Life's here, because that is quad resisted as opposed to dual Wing Beat, but I think we're fine either way. We now switch in Licorice, and now we're going to get rid of those Stealth Rocks and the Toxic Spikes. As we hopefully just take a Leech Life. That's the goal here. Because we killed this Ninjask in one hit with Brave Bird, I believe it's not able to Swords Dance. It has a Focus Band, but it doesn't consider the Focus Band. So I believe now we are free to defog to get rid of the rocks and the spikes. Can't kill me, yep. Oh, I guess it could protect. That's still fine. It doesn't really matter. Ninjask protected itself. Let's go again. There we go. There is Defog. We blew away the Stealth Rock, and we blew away the Toxic Spikes. Fantastic. Am I running the same rules as Peachal and other runners? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I'm doing a above board Nuzlocke. So now it is going to be using dual Wing Beat on me. Again, it cannot Swords Dance because I kill it in one hit. So we're going to switch into Caracosta to finish this Ninjask off. Licorice was just there to defog, fake tears. That was it. Why no Roost? Because Licorice never needs to come in again. I guess we could have used Roost in case something went wrong, but nothing should be able to go wrong. This Ninjask has a Focus Band, so it can technically survive until the end of time if it gets lucky enough. Unless I do something about that Focus Band. So we're going to hit it with a knockoff to get rid of the Focus Band, as it's going to Leech Life me. So there's focus band gone. And now I can just kill it in one hit with whatever I like. So we power gem to kill. As it hits another leech life. Citrus berry activates here. Brings us pretty high up. Below 198, I'm sure. Yep. So now that we've killed this Ninjask, the first Pokemon to outspeed and see kill will come in, and that is Slowking Galar. Because Caracosta is really, really slow. And because Slowking comes in, this is very convenient. Slowking is going to guaranteed Grass Knot, which will do very little to Flygon, Bok Choy. And Flygon is actually able to outspeed and one-shot the remaining Pokemon on the team. Because it has a Life Orb, it outspeeds everything, and can just simply use Earthquake here. It can simply use Earthquake here. There we go. And it kills. Take a little bit of Life Orb chip. Now the next Pokemon to come in is going to be Chandelure. Because again, I outspeed and kill everything, so it's all just going to come out in order. So now we Earthquake. And that kills. And then the last Pokemon, Cacturne, comes out, and it dies to U-turn, because I have U-turn. But there is a problem that the AI never considered along the way. It's a problem for me. Cacturne has a Quick Claw, and it can kill me with either Dark Pulse or Seed Bomb if the Quick Claw activates, which I am not going to risk. So I'm just going to switch in Meatloaf. That's able to take one hit. And what Quick Claw does is, for that turn, it sets your speed to 999. Which means that even though Cacturne, if it gets a double crit, if it hits me once, gets a critical hit, hits me again, gets a crit, or if it, like, I don't know, Dark Pulse flinches me, it doesn't matter, because Mach Punch is higher priority. It doesn't matter what Cacturne's speed is, Mach Punch always outspeeds, and it always kills, because I'm burned with a black belt. And there you go. And that's the fight. That is the last fight before Hellroom. What gives Hellroom its name? It has permanent Magma Storm, but only on your side of the field. Which means you take 1/8 of your HP every turn, and your Pokemon cannot switch out. They are trapped, like Arena Trap. But only your side. Do pivoting moves? Yeah, anything that allows you to get out of Shadow Tag, or like, yeah, it's basically Shadow Tag, right? I believe Magma Storm is effectively Shadow Tag. So, like, I think if you have a Ghost type, you can switch out of it, right? Yeah, Magma Storm is effectively Shadow Tag. It's Shadow Tag with chip damage. Alright, Hellroom Grunt 1. Jolly, Silk Scarf, Return, Fake Out, Low Kick, Sing, Kangaskhan. Main thing about this fight is baiting out Crobat correctly. Is it? Isn't there there's a demon Arbok? This Arbok's a demon? Oh, Bright Powder. Oh my god, Bright Powder? What the fuck? Sorry. I'm already having to hold a Shed Shell. All right, for this Hellroom, we figured out a 4 Pokemon line, and it's all thanks to the P in the Galissapod, the incredible guy. The first fight of 5 in the Hellroom was quick planning. It helped that a lot of chat had some very good ideas, and it's also, I guess, kind of easy because there's only 4 Pokemon, but you're not fighting the biggest monsters. I think this is Hellroom, chat. I think we're about to enter one of the worst areas in the game, and a room where many Pokemon will die. Here it is. There is the Magma Storm, which deals 1/8 HP to only my Pokemon every turn, and only my Pokemon are Shadow Tagged, which means they cannot switch out unless you have a Shed Shell, a switching move, or the emergency exit ability, or you're a Ghost type, which I don't have any good Ghost types. I have one Ghost type, it's an Anchor. It's weighing me down. This is not a weather effect. It is like a volatile status condition or something, whatever it's called. Or a non-volatile status condition, technically. Anyways, this is a grunt number 1. There are 3 grunts and then 2 boss fights. The 2 boss fights, we probably will be sacrificing some Pokemon to. Hopefully, we won't be having to sacrifice Pokemon on these grunts, though. All right, tab in. Hell Room number 1. Let's go. I want to see Groudon too, but they won't let me even see its tail. It got me feeling really frustrated. Oh no, I blabbed about Groudon. Growl, what? All right, Kangaskhan. P is now in, and a Maelstrom of Fire traps your team in swirling magma. Very cool. This Kangaskhan has a Silk Scarf. It has Fake Out. It's quite annoying. So yeah, we're just gonna get hit with a Fake Out. That brings us below half health. So the emergency exit will activate. For some reason, Citrus Berry allows us to do that. That was actually a minimum roll on Fake Out. Fun fact. And the reason we did that is so we didn't take Fake Out and Magma Storm damage, I believe. Because we couldn't take both of those. Because that basically, it's an extra turn of damage for Meatloaf. So yeah, Meatloaf is going to come in. It's going to take Magma Storm damage, and it's going to take burn damage. So there's the burn. There's the Magma Storm. But we didn't take Fake Out damage, which is important. Now we're burned, so this Kangaskhan can't sing us. It is instead going to use Return. And it's going to use Return, and I'm going to use Superpower. It uses Return. It deals a boatload of damage. I use Superpower to lower my attack and defense. And kill Kangaskhan in one hit. Lowering my defense was important because it brings out Centiskorch next after the damage from both Burn and Magma Storm. Now, like we said, Burn and Magma Storm, or Magma Storm traps you. Meatloaf is holding a Shed Shell. Meatloaf is holding a Shed Shell, and this Centiskorch sees a guaranteed kill with both Fire Lash and just Fire Lash. So we'll be guaranteed to be using Fire Lash. So I am going to be switching in P on this Fire Lash. P is at just below 75% HP, and this Fire Lash deals just over 25%. Which means I can switch P in, take the Fire Lash, go below 25%. Critical hit. Totally fine. Emergency exit activates a second time this battle, allowing us to get a free switch into Chowder. Chowder comes in, and Chowder, super lucky, outspeeds this Centiskorch by exactly 1 point. And because we outspeed, Rock Slide is quad super effective. It just always kills. The Centiskorch can protect a bunch of times. It doesn't matter. It's going to die eventually to Rock Slide. Didn't use Protect. It just dies to Rock Slide. That is A-okay. We take another Magma Storm. Chowder is also holding a Shed Shell. You get 2 Shed Shells in this game if you're playing it as a Nuzlocke. One from a Kecleon, one just around the ground. So my second Shed Shell I will be using to switch out of this Crobat. This Crobat, because I have a Water Ground type, has Hurricane, which is really bad because it can confuse. Sludge Bomb, which is really bad because it can poison. Heat Wave, which is really bad because it can burn. And Hidden Power Grass. It will be using Hidden Power Grass, and it will be using it on my Toxtricity. And we're able to switch out again because of the Shed Shell, which is just a held item that does not get consumed. And the reason why we want HP Grass is because it's holding a Choice Specs. So it's forced to use Choice Specs. And now Pop Rocks takes the Hidden Power Grass. It also will be taking the Magma Storm. And because Crobat outspeeds, it will be doing HP Grass and Magma Storm again. And Pop Rocks is holding a Life Orb. But Overdrive does one-shot. So we will be using Overdrive here. because of the Punk Rock boost on Overdrive. So we take another hidden power again because it's choice spexed, so it's locked into that move. Overdrive will kill it. We will take Life Orb damage. We will take Magma Storm damage. And then the last Pokemon to come in, Toxapex. Thank goodness this Toxapex doesn't have Baneful Bunker or Protect, because with the Life Orb, we can now chain kill it with another Overdrive. We will take Life Orb, and that will be the end of the battle. Prop Rock survives. There we go. Magma Storm, number 1, done.